Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is walk away, not because you stopped caring, but because staying would have meant abandoning yourself just to hold onto someone who didn't see your worth. And it's in that moment, when she realizes your presence wasn't guaranteed, that a different kind of respect begins to form. See, it's easy to take someone for granted when they're always available, when they're always forgiving, always choosing you, no matter how little they're chosen in return. But the moment you choose you, everything shifts. This video is about that shift, about why some women only wake up to your value after you walk away, and how that decision reveals more than any words ever could. Let's break down the psychology of why some women only begin to respect you after you've left the picture. 1. Presence becomes power when it's no longer guaranteed. When you're always there, always calling, always texting, always forgiving, your presence loses weight. Not because it isn't valuable, but because it's predictable. People naturally undervalue what's easily accessible. And some women, especially those who haven't done their own healing, mistake consistency for weakness. They confuse your loyalty with desperation. But the moment you walk away, with dignity, not drama, it sends a powerful message. You're not afraid to be alone. That's when the power dynamic resets. Now she's not just hearing your words, she's feeling your absence. She's forced to confront what life feels like without you in it. And that contrast is where the respect begins. 2. Your silence speaks louder than your explanations. There's something incredibly disarming about a man who doesn't beg to be understood, who doesn't over-explain himself, who doesn't try to convince someone to treat him better, because that man knows his worth isn't up for debate. And silence, when done from a place of self-respect, not manipulation, hits differently. It creates space. It removes the emotional noise. And in that silence, she has to sit with her own behavior. No arguments, no guilt trips, just distance, and the echo of your standards. That's when she starts to replay the moments, what she said, how she acted, what she ignored. And sometimes, that silence teaches her more than your presence ever did. 3. Walking away reveals what was real and what was just convenience. Some women love the idea of you more than the actual work of being with you. They enjoy your energy, your support, your attention, as long as it's on their terms. But the moment you ask for something deeper, consistency, effort, emotional maturity, suddenly things get complicated. That's not love. That's convenience. And walking away is the filter that exposes that difference. Because the right woman doesn't respect you after you leave. She respects you while you're still there. She listens, adjusts, values your needs. But if her respect only shows up when you withdraw, then it was never about you. It was about control. Walking away helps you see that clearly. It gives you clarity, not just on her, but on what you truly need. 4. Your absence triggers her accountability, if it ever existed. When you remove yourself, it forces her to confront herself. No more distractions. No more blaming you. Now it's just her, and the consequences of how she treated someone who loved her. And this is where accountability either shows up or doesn't. Some women will reflect, grow, and reach out with maturity. Others will deflect, play victim, or try to guilt you back into the same cycle. But the beauty is, by walking away, you've made space for the truth. Real respect can't be forced. It can only be given, freely, and usually, when someone realizes they risked losing something real. That risk is what snaps some women into accountability. But don't walk away just to trigger it. Walk away because your peace is no longer negotiable. 5. Respect isn't just about how she treats you when you're around. It's how she reacts when you're gone. This is the ultimate test. How does she respond when she no longer has access to you? Does she reach out with clarity and growth? Or does she play games, act cold, or try to provoke you? Does she suddenly romanticize the past? Or does she finally acknowledge her part in why you left? Her reaction reveals everything. It shows whether her respect was ever genuine, or just surface-level compliance, while she still had control. Remember, real respect isn't reactive. It's consistent. So if it only appears after you're gone, that tells you exactly what you need to know. And sometimes, The most loving thing you can do is not return, even if she finally gets it. Because your values shouldn't have required your absence to be seen. You don't teach people how to treat. You by what you say, you teach them by what you allow. And sometimes, the lesson only lands after you leave the room. If walking away is what it takes for her to finally respect you, that says more about her than it does about you. So walk away when you need to, not to get a reaction, not to win, but because you're no longer willing to fight for the bare minimum. Choose peace over confusion, self-worth over desperation, presence over perfection, because the right one won't need to lose you just to finally see you. Have you ever walked away, and only then did she start treating you differently? Drop a thumbs up sign in the comments if you've ever felt that shift, or share what helped you finally stop chasing someone who didn't see your worth. If you haven't already, check out this video next. 3 signs she's not the right woman, no matter how badly you want her. It connects deeply with this one and may give you even more clarity. If this hit you deep, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and comment below. You never know who needs to hear this right now. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop. We are building something real here, and your voice matters.